once one of the most important women faces of the Telangana movement, now stands suspended from the very party that her father built, and it has been acknowledged everywhere. Bharat Rashtra Samiti Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao, popularly known as KCR, has acted against his own daughter, citing activities and also her comments that apparently went against what he thinks are party principles. Ever since her letter bomb surfaced, in which she described her father KCR as God surrounded by devils, Kavitha's place in BRS had been on very shaky ground. Her anger was directed at insiders whom she accused of tarnishing KCR's image and sowing divisions between father and daughter. The rift further deepened when Kavitha was removed as honorary president of TBGKS, the powerful Singareni Workers' Union, and replaced by former minister Populaiswar. Kavitha called the move politically motivated, accusing party leaders of plotting her ouster when she was away in the US. What finally led to her being shown the door was when she trained her guns on her cousins. Powerful men within the BRS, former Irrigation Minister T. Harish Rao and also Joganapalli Santosh Rao, as the men behind former Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao being framed in the Kaleswaram project. She tried touching a raw nerve when she said how there was little or no reaction when her father KCR was being hounded and targeted so openly for corruption. Kavitha said, and I'm quoting her here, "There is a meek reaction to the allegations from the partition Telangana burn with such allegations on a person whose only dream was Telangana." She even alleged that during her imprisonment, there were efforts to merge BRS with the BJP, a move she claimed to have resisted. Her efforts to raise the bugle of a rebellion and waving the flag of support for her daddy seems to have come to naught. On 2nd of September, even as morning turned to noon, KCR himself took action, suspending his dear daughter Kavitha from the BRS, citing her remarks and activities as going against party principles. Those are the supporters of K. Kavitha, rallying support in their leader's favor. But politics from K. Kavitha's ouster is, I think, far from over after the BRS suspended her for her alleged anti-party activities. Her supporters, as you see, have staged protests and are planning several others even as we see tomorrow's dawn. While the party claimed her conduct was damaging its image, the BJP pounced on the rift. Telangana BJP chief N. Ramachandra Rao said Kavitha's remarks had exposed corruption within BRS, accusing the leaders of looting Telangana and fighting over the spoils of power. Listen in.
The issue of corruption by the BRS government during their governance and during their government now has been exposed with the revelation by the own daughter of the former Chief Minister, and she had blamed her cousins for sharing more amount than anyone else, and also by misleading the Honorable CM then. This has exposed the corruption in several projects during the TRS rule, and the dispute has arisen between the members of the family only by the time of distribution of that ill-gotten wealth. I think no other evidence is required. If BJP makes a political statement, it is their own family members who is making allegation against the corruption and the distribution of the wealth. So I think this is something very important for the people of Telangana to know, that how Telangana was looted during the BRS rule.
From being one of the torchbearers of the Telangana cause to being cast out of her father's party, Kavitha's journey is a mixed story bag of power, rift and suspension. The big question remains, does her exit expose a deeper churn within the BRS, or it is just a very small storm in a teacup? Let's discuss. I have experts on the show who know the issue like the back of their palm. K.S. Prasad, political analyst, and Sai Shekhar, senior journalist. A very warm welcome to both of you. Opening comments, Mr. Prasad, on the exit, ignominious. Many people will say predictable. Other people will say well, we'll do nothing. Mr. Prasad, your opening comments.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to the viewers and good evening to Sai, sir. It was a move which was enlightenment to the entire party cadre that they will come on the roads and they'll fight for the sake of KCR and all. That's how we have been considered as far as Kavitha's initial remarks and initial comments on coterie and as well as other things are concerned. In the recent past on the Kaleswaram project, what initiations have been taken by the Congress government, for which the louder voice of Kavitha, I was assumed, let them not talk about others. I assumed that she has given a waking up call to the people of entire TRS party, and people will come on the road and they'll fight for a cause of KCR is unnecessarily being blamed. Right now, she intended for Harish Rao and might be for Santosh Rao. They might be the devils and who have taken money and all, not KCR. Instead of blaming those two people in that scenario, she totally blamed the entire TRS party. That's how it has got established. Right now, the initial initiation which was taken by Congress to get rid of a blame that he's working as an RSS guy on behalf of BJP, that blame he has simply thrown to the other court by using CBI. And after that, these TRS party has gone to High Court and they got a stay order on particular CBI involvement and other things. Apart from all this, before that, Kavitha has unnecessarily bursted her situation and she has talked unnecessary, and for which the consequences and repercussions which was headed to Harish Rao, first of all. The Harish Rao's voice in particularly on Telangana, assembly, there is no voice from the other Congress and they failed to give proper answers as far as the allegations which was made on Harish Rao, the replies what he has made. Unfortunately, if she would have not come out and she would have not talked in that particular scenario, things would have been pacified. But they tried with explored from Singareni College this thing, and after that also she is not sustained. And first thing, as far as Kavitha is concerned, she's in a situation after went to jail. She was assuming that she's been ignored by the BRS and her place is been replaced by somebody else, and she's been cornered. This is what her primary assumption, on which she started working against all people and all. Unfortunately, today the snake has bitten her, and the situation has been gone into her head.
Snake has bitter, but Sai Shekhar, I just think that at the base level, it seems like a good old family feud, something that we watch on TV, the mega serials, where the daughter of the house feels that she's been isolated by all her brothers, that she's been, these stories are epic, we know about women being isolated, whether it is Draupadi, whether it is Sita, that the men have decided to keep them in their place and they should go through the Agni Pariksha. Do you think that there is some truth in the fact that the way she was isolated, because in politics it's about how useful you are. I'm sorry to use that word, Sai Shekhar, you respect women, so I know that you'll also take objection to that. But politically, how useful is she? Do you think it's like the good old story where the brothers, the cousins and her own brother, KTR, they all decided that this is the time to get rid of her? Sai Shekhar.
No, I disagree with you.
Okay.
And it is pure politics, nothing more than that. Kavitha is not a run-of-the-mill politician who just want to inherit the legacy of her father and become someone important in the party. She has bigger ambitions. She has been nursing bigger ambitions. And in your scrolls you have shown in 2006 itself, she has floated this Telangana Jagruti. At some stage within the BRS or TRS those days, Kavitha's activity through Telangana Jagruti has attained, unbearable proportions for some leaders within the party. And she has actually, in fact, Telangana Rashtra Samiti does not have a properly structured party setup.
Okay.
But Kavitha's Jagriti had. She has structured it in such a manner that there could be a stage when she can pose a threat to the top leadership of the party through the Jagriti. And Jagriti's spread up its tentacles across the state has silently given shocks and pinpricks to the top leadership within the party. And at the behest of the demons that she's obliquely referring to, KCR had instructed Kavitha to disband that
So, Sai,
organization.
sorry to interject, Sai. So, she's not, it is not that she did Jagriti where she got, support from the BC. She was saying, I am particularly working, and you're right. I saw the structure, the president, the treasurer, everyone. There seems to be an ORG chart there, how things will flow.
Exactly. Down the line.
Down the line, I've seen that, but Sai, do you think that even if today, let's say that she says now that she's out, she'll say, okay, bye-bye Tata, I'm going to be an independent. Do you still think that she can give a run for the money to this BRS party where all the brothers and the father, they are on one side and this woman is on the other side? I mean, you seem to be giving the indication that don't take her lightly because she's going to come back.
Definitely not. See, yesterday, after she arrived from the United States of America, during which trip of hers, she was ejected, eased out of that position of Telangana Bugugani Karmika Sangam Union. She, in fact, dashed off a missive to her dad. And yesterday, upon her arrival, the trigger was the decision of the Telangana state government to launch a CBI probe into the Kaleshwaram project. And in her diatribe against the demons, a couple of demons she has named, Harish Rao and Santosh Rao. One was the former irrigation minister and then eventually the former finance minister, the left, right and center hands of KCR. And, Kavitha has been nursing a grievance within the party ever since her brother has been projected as the heir apparent and not she. KCR has not left void that kind of a speculation because KTR was made the working president of the party in 2018 October. Okay, and Kavitha's role has been reduced, and Kavitha had lost the 2019 Lok Sabha election and also 2023 Lok Sabha election, and she has been sidelined, and she was accommodated or rehabilitated as an MLC in 2000 by KCR. And with all these things, and then Jagriti's disbanding itself is a first jolt given to Kavitha. And then during her arrest, she thinks that she wasn't supported the way she expected the family and the party to rally behind her. And there were no protests at that time also when she was arrested. And then the KTR and Harish have been doing rounds to Delhi to talk to the lawyers and, finally secure her a bail after 164 days of incarceration in the most dreaded Tihar jail. So Kavitha's, let us look at Kavitha's outbursts against the party as an implosion, number one. And as K.S. Prasad was saying, she was, her utterances yesterday gave rise to a meaning that she is tacitly admitting that the BRS government, headed by her dad, had indulged in large-scale corruption. And when BRS was flaunting that the Kaleshwaram project was world's largest multi-stage lift irrigation project, Kavitha has portrayed it as world's biggest corruption scandal, Kaleshwaram.
Yes, and Sai Shekhar, senior journalist, says that don't take her lightly because she's going to strike back, And let me now go across to Mr. Prasad. Mr. Prasad, she's called her cousins anacondas. Very strong words, but anaconda, I was laughing, but then I also thought about the severity of that metaphor. And she says that they have made so much money. Mr. Harish Rao was removed once as irrigation minister because he was so corrupt. They have amassed huge wealth. They've got big houses, everything. But I want to ask you something. Do you think somewhere KCR Garu has not stood with Kavitha. So what does that mean politically and even emotionally? If you look at, because politics and family in many Indian political parties are enmeshed, do you think that KCR decided that it is better to sacrifice the daughter politically rather than not give up his stand of standing in support with KTR, with Harish Rao and of course Santosh, and in that order? It's very clear, the message that I don't need you, because a friend was telling me that once Kavitha went to meet the parents, the mother met but the father did not even emerge from the room. So Mr. Prasad, it is very clear that KCR said enough is enough, just go.
Ma'am, sorry to say that, and I'm honored to say that. You are also a daughter to your father. Obviously, how your father treats you, are a princess to him. The same way, Kavitha is also been treated. And unfortunately, her lines and her past have been deferred from the respective party. If you really look into her 164's jail journey, that particular time, in the entire nation has not blamed TRS party and KCR. It's only a blame which was taken by Kavitha. She only blamed for unnecessary doings as far as liquor scandal is concerned. If that the case, if it has been blamed for a party and other leaders, then there might be an option that they need to take into their shoulder. In the same way, in any family, somebody does a mistake, entire family need not to stand, but they need to give a proper support as far
So
as
was
legal
she, so are
and
you
other
telling,
things are
Mr.
concerned.
Prasad, are you saying that she was abandoned midstream by these people, by these men? Was she abandoned?
No. I'm saying that that particular scenario, what has been happened as far as Delhi liquor scandal is
Right.
concerned, it is a blame on her, not on anybody else and the entire Telangana, and particularly on her core team, like might
Right.
her auditor,
Right.
might his PA and other things. As far as from the day itself, she was assuming that the party should protest on behalf of her.
Right.
Why it is? That was reason. And another things, it is her duty being a supporter to the BRS party
Okay.
and as father KCR, what she did was right. That I'm not contradicting it. She has asked people to come out and protest on behalf of her father and all. He's certain things. But in the scenario, she started blaming his father and entire his cabinet, and she's not even hesitate to take a call on Harish Rao also. I mean, Harish Rao and as well as Santosh Rao also. If you really look at it, in the first stanza, she admitted and she blamed Jagdish Reddy. Next,
Right.
Harish Rao. And now, Santosh Rao. These
Yeah.
three are very pet candidates to KCR.
But
Even
you know,
something
yeah.
happen also,
Yeah.
KCR can pass by these three. After all, she's my daughter,
But
take
then,
care of it. I'll take care of it.
very good point by Prasad. But Sai, what surprises me is that she's not said anything about KTR, her brother. She's, yeah. So that is very surprising. Is she smart enough, politically savvy, that she's not touched her sibling? But she said, all these people, they were the ones who conspired against me, put me in the dock, and today are also putting my father, KCR Garu, in the dock. So clever tactic there, or is there any other reason according to you, Sai?
Matter of time, Sudha. It's a matter of time before she pounces on her brother also, because everybody is missing one pertinent point. She was talking about Harish Rao, Santosh Rao, and the social media of the BRS. Who is running social media of the BRS?
Yeah.
KTR runs the
KTR.
social media of the BRS. It is his army. And because this former MP is the daughter of KCR, the BRS social media maintained restraint until last evening, and they started slowly coming out of their shell and began trolling her. And what happened was the moment she's kicked out of the party today through a suspension without even being issued a so-called notice, which is just a formality. But then I'm not questioning the constitutional validity of Kavitha's suspension from the party. But Kavitha has been declared a persona non grata by the BRS as of now. And KTR's name she might take at some point in time. But the terms between KTR and Kavitha have not been good in the last 2 years. And though KTR and Harish Rao went to Delhi, negotiated with the lawyers to get her, secure a bail for her, they have made their efforts as family members, but not as party leaders. And as Prasad was pointing out, a very interesting thing, in the entire Delhi liquor scam accusations, none of the BRS leaders was, not even one of the BRS leaders was, tainted with this scam. And Kavitha and a few businessmen in Hyderabad
Yeah.
have been accused of it.
Yes.
This I feel KCR and KTR, Harish, and everyone in the party, top leadership of the party, top echelons must have felt this. Her involvement in the Delhi liquor scam has terribly embarrassed the party and threw it into a defensive mode.
Yeah, but
so
maybe,
they have been nursing a grievance against Kavitha over this. And as soon as she's released, set free from the jail,
All right.
after granting of a bail, she slowly but steadily, assumed an aggressive posture. And she started in her first, soon after the first letter, that has surfaced, though she called it 23rd letter or 24th letter, the first letter that surfaced that has seen the light of the day. Well, let me complete. She has said, KTR had hobnobbed with the BJP for political understanding with the BJP, and the BJP government has put her in jail, and this did not go well with her.